Okay, so this example is asking us to solve the system of equations. And as you know, you have three methods that you can choose from. You can either try graphing the lines, you can use substitution, or you can use elimination. So the idea is to look very carefully at the problem itself and say, what is the best method for me to choose? So when we look at this problem, if you notice in the second example, this y is sitting by itself, which means it's very easy to isolate it. And so substitution is actually a pretty easy method to use here, though there's nothing to stop you from using elimination if you're more comfortable with that. So let's go ahead. We're going to take the second equation and we're going to isolate y and get it by itself. So we need to subtract the 5x from both sides, and we get y is equal to negative 5x plus 9. Perfect. Now remember what you need to do next. You need to take that, we're going to circle it, and you've got to plug it into the other equation. Never plug it back into the same equation. So we replace the y in the other equation and make sure you use parentheses. So we get 3x minus 2 parentheses negative 5x plus 9 is equal to 8. Great. Now let's solve this. We're going to distribute. Now remember, as you distribute, you're distributing a negative 2. So we get 3x plus 10x minus 18 is equal to 8. We combine like terms. We get 13x minus 18 is equal to 8. And we add the 18 to both sides. So we get 13x is equal to 26. When we divide by 13, we get x is equal to 2. Great. But don't stop here. This is only half of the answer. So sometimes I have students who get an answer and they think, okay, great, I'm done. Remember that a system of equations is looking for not just an x, but an x and a y. So once you have your variable, whichever it is, whether you solved for x or y, you can go back to either one of your original equations and you can replace x with 2. So I'm actually going to do this right here, where I've gotten y by itself, because that's the same thing. So we've got y is equal to negative 5 times 2 plus 9. So y is equal to negative 10 plus 9. And so y is equal to negative 1. Excellent. So the very last thing that we need to do is actually write our answer as a point. 2 comma negative 1. That's our x and our y. And that's the solution to this system of equations. Let's just remember briefly what that means. It means that if I were to graph these two lines, whatever they might look like, here's 2, negative 1, that's where these two lines are going to cross. And again, I don't know if that's what these two lines look like, but that's the point at which they will intersect.